Horror films have a unique way of capturing our deepest fears. They force us to confront terrifying scenarios where survival seems uncertain and death looms large. But what if we viewed these moments through the lens of Stoic philosophy? Stoicism, a school of thought from ancient Greece and Rome, teaches that fear, death, and courage are inevitable parts of life, and that we can approach them with wisdom and inner strength. By applying Stoic principles to horror films, we can uncover powerful lessons about how to face fear, accept mortality, and act with courage in the most frightening situations. Fear is a central theme in horror. Whether it's the impending danger from a masked killer, a supernatural force, or an unknown threat, fear grips both the characters on screen and the audience. In many horror films, fear leads to panic, irrational decisions, and ultimately disaster. Stoicism, however, teaches us that fear is simply an emotion, something that can be managed and controlled. As Epictetus said, "Men are disturbed not by things, but by the view they take of them." Horror movies illustrate this perfectly. When characters are consumed by fear, they often lose the ability to think clearly. But those who remain calm and focused, despite the terror surrounding them, are often the ones who survive. The Stoic lesson here is to acknowledge fear, but not let it rule over us. Fear exists, but we control our response to it. The inevitability of death is another key aspect of horror films. Characters in horror stories are constantly trying to escape death, whether they're running from monsters, serial killers, or paranormal forces. But death is a natural part of life, and Stoicism encourages us to accept this reality rather than dread it. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live." In horror films, characters who obsess over avoiding death often make their situation worse. Stoicism offers a different approach. Instead of fearing death, we should accept its certainty and focus on living virtuously. Horror movies serve as a reminder that death is unavoidable,